Kicked by BattlEye, the words that screamed across my screen when the familiar, unwelcome guest for the 40th time this month, mocking my very progress and patience and my sanity. And no, it's not just a typo. The 43, think about it. 43 times I was ripped away from the heart of battle, from the brink of glory,
the moments that mattered,
and lost a week's worth of grinding in Dune Awakening, vanished into the ether. Don't even get me started on that perfectly set up heist in GTA Online. Fully optimized for the main mission, got up in a puff of digital smoke. Keeps me up at night, replaying those moments the server just disconnected me, leaving me with that virtual corpse for the worm or the GTA gods.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.
The frustration was a slow burn, then a raging inferno. I was ready to throw my monitor out the window, convinced that BattlEye itself had a personal vendetta against me. But then a breakthrough. In the next few minutes, I'm not just going to show you and tell you about it. I'm handing you the single most laughably simple script that stopped every single kick in every single game on every rig I tested. No reinstalling Windows, no endless VPN gooseneck chase, no sacrificing a goat to the rooted gods. Just one click, diving deep into your system settings that most guides never even whisper their name. BattlEye in theory is digital guardian angel, swooping in to beat the cheaters, preserve the fair play, yet you spend 5 minutes on any game subreddit and you'll quickly realise half the threads are from legit players getting unceremoniously yeeted mid-flight. We're talking about people who just want to play, getting booted for seamlessly no reason. The official line from support: update your drivers. Cute, adorable in some ways, but utterly useless for the truly afflicted. I followed every piece of advice, every desperate plea for help I could find, and uninstalled Windows not once but twice. Unconvinced the arcane system corruption was the culprit, I swapped RAM sticks, thinking maybe faulty module could cause a bizarre, unpredicted hiccup. Even borrowed my neighbour's router. God bless her. Their patience, well, it ruled out the network hardware issue. Still, the kicks persisted. BattlEye was still kicking me like a digital bully with a grudge. The truth that no one rarely wants to talk about is a bit more of a nuisance. BattlEye operates on a kernel level, a deep fundamental part of your operating system. It's designed to ultimately intertwine with your Windows, constantly monitoring its suspicious activity. It's supposed to be the ultimate watchdog, but sometimes even watchdogs can get a little bit overzealous. What happens is BattlEye's kernel driver is deeply embedded piece of software. It races Windows for control of your network interface card. This is a hardware that connects you to your internet. If your Windows and infinite wisdom and power-saving zeal dares touch or leave anything in it while BattlEye is performing one of its frequent rapid scans, the anti-cheat system freaks out. It interrupts, and that momentary dip in connection and responsiveness, as if it yanked the internet cable right out of your PC. Result? Connection timeout. Boot, game over. This is precisely why you can be watching a YouTube in glorious 4K and streaming perfectly, voice crystal clear, and still get kicked from your game. The packet information from BattlEye
never
truly left your system, or perhaps it did, but in reply, it was corrupted by Windows trying to multitask some other network data. To BattlEye, that dodgy file looks like a full-blown network intrusion, and it doesn't hesitate to give you the boot. It's a conflict born from two systems trying to do their best, but in direct opposition. My journey to fix this was less than a sudden flash of brilliance, and more of a desperate, blurry-eyed crawl through the darkest corners of the internet. It was 3 AM, the kind of hour where desperation breeds either madness or revelation. I was scrolling through 8 years of old GTA Reddit pages, a relic from the bygone era of online gaming, buried in layers of outdated, forgotten pleas, and there was a single post, almost a throwaway comment, amid pages of technical jargon and frustrated rants. Delete a service, clear some network settings, and the click vanishes. My initial reaction? Well, Skepticism, of course. Utter skepticism. After the complex troubleshooting, the driver updates, the reinstalls, the hardware swaps, could it really be that simple? Just run a few commands? It felt too good to be true, almost insulting in its simplicity. But at 3 AM, when you've exhausted every other option, even the most outlandish suggestion starts to look like a glimmer of hope. So I tried it. I booted up GTA, held my breath, nothing. 6 hours straight, 0 kicks. My jaw practically hit the floor. I couldn't believe it. The beast that had suffered through so many countless BattlEye purges had not a single kick. The feeling of surreal, like finding the secret hack to life itself. Then came the Unreal test. I took it to the game where it all began. That tormented me the most, Dune Awakening, where every kick felt like a punch in the gut. Gathering the deep desert where sudden disconnect meant sudden death by worm, and everything lost into the ether. GTA Online, where getting kicked mid-heist was a special kind of hell. Conan Exiles, where its own unique brand of BattlEye woes, same. Every single time, every session stayed clean, uninterrupted, glorious. I'd stumbled upon something truly profound.
Holy Grail.
Refined the tweaks, boiled it down, and absolute essence, 6 commands done by a script within a second or two, and a lifetime of clickless-free gaming. Until you quit the game. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that part at the beginning. Oh well. Yes, it does come back, so I've kind of formed a bit of a habit with the script, and every time before I start streaming or gaming, I run it. Let's get you back in the game. This isn't rocket science, people. That's precisely why this is so frustrating that there isn't more common knowledge. So stay with me. This is stupidly simple. This is a step-by-step guide that will walk you through everything. Right-click on your Windows desktop, select New, then Text Document. Name it whatever you want. I've called mine BattlEyeFix.txt. Open the file, which should open in Notepad. But if it doesn't, just right click on the file, select Open With, and then you should see Notepad, which then you can select. Copy and paste the following into the text file, which you can find down in the description. Or you can just manually type it. Then select File, Save. Rename the text file to .bat. Then, to run it, right-click the file and run as administrator. If you don't already have file extensions already enabled, it's easy enough to do. All you need to do is open up a file explorer, click the dots in the top menu, go down to Options, and this will open Folder Options. It'll be on the General tab by default, but if you select the View tab and then look further down on this, you should see Hide Extensions for known file types. For you, that will actually be ticked, but if you untick that and then press Apply, that will then allow you to see file extensions. That's it. While the reboot is required, built into the script of course, no sacrificing your firstborn or arcane command prompt wizardry that you'll need to remember. You've just removed the core BattlEye service and told Windows to let go of its previous network data. So it stops hoarding, lets go of that corrupted stuff that allows your network to work without any cluster it's hanging on to for dear life. Launch your game, which will prompt you to reinstall and prepare for a much smoother experience. BattlEye no longer has a reason to panic, because Windows has been hoarding on to all its junk for that time in the future that might never happen. Why I think this works kind of gets a little technical, but I promise I'll make it make some sense. BattlEye isn't just sitting idly, it's actively polling your connection, sending out a digital ping and expecting an immediate crisp handshake back. It does this every few seconds, constantly verifying your network integrity. It's like a bouncer asking for your ID, but if your door to the club is shut, even for a split second, that reply from your computer to BattlEye is delayed. It's kind of like a bouncer that asks you for your ID and you can't open the wallet fast enough because you're too drunk. Before telling you, not tonight, mate, well, Anything above a certain threshold, around 200 milliseconds or thereabouts, for a round trip to BattlEye's server looks like a drunk. Another 2 drunk punters? Well, that's delaying and a potential sign of a network instability. A dropped connection, or even someone trying to manipulate their network to gain an unfair advantage. So what's it do? It swings the ban hammer, or, in your case, the kick hammer, and gives you an axe, assuming the worst. As they say, proof is in the pudding, or in this case, in the game. Before this fix, my GTA and Dune were a constant tightrope walk. The fear of a BattlEye kick, a shadow over every gaming session. After the fix, pure bliss. Subscribe to the channel if you want to check out our uninterrupted gaming streams, 0 kicks, and way more loot. If this script has saved your sanity, if it's brought you back from the brink of uninstalling your favourite game, then do me a solid. Smash that like button, let the algorithm do its magic, and shove this fix in front of the next poor soul crying in a lobby, staring at the dreaded "kicked by BattlEye" message, and drop a comment below with the game that you've tested this on. I'm genuinely keeping a running tally, and I want to see which titles benefit most from this revelation. Let's build a community of kick-free gamers. But what if you're still having issues? Check out the recommended video at the end. In my conclusion, I went from 40 kicks a month, a number that felt like a personal vendetta or attack, to absolutely 0. The only thing I changed after weeks of tearing my hair out was letting my network be free from junk. It takes seconds, other than the time for the reboot, costs 0 money, and works across Dune Awakening, GTA, Conan, DayZ, or whatever flavour of BattlEye's protected game you're likely playing. It's not just a magic bullet for every possible BattlEye error, but it addresses the fundamental common conflict that plagues all us Windows users. So go on, try it. Take a few more seconds, make a script, and a few clicks, launch your game, drop into the gaming session, and lose yourself in the experience. And when you realise that you've been playing the game for hours without seeing that dreaded message, when a fear of the arbitrary kick finally fades, come back to us and tell us how many hours of progress, how much precious loot, how much sheer enjoyment you've just saved yourself. This isn't just about fixing a glitch. It's generally about reclaiming your gaming experience, like I did. See you in game, my fellow gamers, and may your next play be as drama-free as your connection. New out.
Certified badass.